So, we were talking about flow and transition, and the idea that each sentence answers an implied question raised by the previous sentence. And also using transition words and phrases to make sure we connect the different ideas together in the paragraph. Oh, very short. Right. So admittedly, this week was kind of a bit shorter. I think it was more contemplation than instruction, really noting the difference between analysis by division and classification essays. So a classification essay, you're looking at, you can look at it in two ways. You're taking a specific item and you're placing it in a larger category, or items and placing them in larger categories. As opposed to analysis by division, where we take we take one large item and we break it down into its component parts to help explain it. So if we think back to the two examples that we had, where we use university for both modes, in the analysis by division, we explain what a university is by showing the component parts of a university and how they all fulfill the primary function of a university, right? So we talked about academics, sports, and administration, those being the three main parts of a university, and how each part then allows a university to offer training, instruction, and learning, right? In the classification, we took the university, and by putting it in the larger category of educational institution, we showed how a university is an educational institution. It has academic staff trained to teach specific subjects. It has students who attend for specific instruction, and we have programs with timelines for length of study. So we showed by matching the traits how a university is an educational system, educational institution, right? We also looked at paragraphs. And the basic construction of a paragraph. So again, looking at the idea of topic sentence, supporting sentences, and clincher sentence. So what I'd like to do now, first, is open up for any questions you might have so far. And then split up into groups and have you in groups brainstorm how you would approach doing classification essay based on the topics I will provide, right? So first, questions about any clarification about the difference between an analysis by division essay and a classification essay. If you managed to read any of these samples yet, any questions so far?
Miss, I don't know if I made a mistake, but I think one of my assignments was actually on types of diets.
What the?
I think it was homework 3.
Homework 3, types of diets. I noticed students just pull samples from wherever they, different modules. I don't know if they went to files and pulled samples from there, as opposed to the samples that were specific to each module. So I eased up a little bit and said, as long as I can find it in the course, I will mark on that. I know I had one submission. I didn't even know that reading sample was in there because it was in the actual document. So apologies for that. I finally found it because I had no idea where it came from because I didn't see it. I didn't see it in the file or anything like that when I was uploading it.
Miss, before you go on, right? If you actually go into module 3 under the fact classification and division essay, you will find the same types of diet under that folder.
Yeah, no, I know what I mean. What I mean is, I'm not penalizing because I realized people were pulling sample essays from throughout the course, not just from the specific module. So as long as I can find it in the course, right, I just marked it.
No problem.
Right? I mean, it still qualifies as a response paper. So I marked it without penalizing anyone for that. Right?
Miss, excuse, for the generic outline, I was looking at it and I saw you have, I don't know if it's an acronym, but or I don't know what to call it, but it's spelled as enthymeme.
Enthymeme, yeah.
Yeah, and I was kind of wondering what it is. Could you clarify?
Well, enthymeme, sorry, is a fancy word for supporting evidence.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. It's the Greek word for supporting evidence. So you might hear interchanged claim and support or claim and enthymeme. Enthymeme means the same thing as support. Right?
Okay, thank you.
Miss, sorry, I'll go after.
Oopsie, okay, thank you. Miss, so I was reading through, two things confused me quite a bit. I was reading through the sample letters with the ABD section of the modules, right? All the things that came in that module. So I was reading those letters and so on. But what confused me was, how do I